Hey, today on the Cooligans, we're going to be talking about Thierry Henry joining Montreal Impact as the head coach.
That's right. We got legends coming in. We got legends going out. We got coaches being fired. There's a lot and more today on the Cooligans. I don't know.
What is wrong with you?
I don't know why
That's not our intro.
Keep all this in. Yeah, baby!
Wow. Did you suffer some sort of brain injury I was not aware of?
This part I remember.
I think you're confusing either the commercials, the promos that we do for the show, and the actual show.
I think you're giving me too much credit.
Hello, everyone. Welcome. We usually start the show with a little bit more energy to get you to rock it off. You know, this is eight.
I just yelled "yeah, baby" for 35 seconds straight.
But are we? So we're now the standard has lowered, all right? Because we have to do 2 screams, not 1 scream.
Oh, that's too many screams. I'm not in a screaming mood today.
Okay, all right.
I'm saving it because one of my idols, a legend, is back in MLS, baby.
It sounds like a funeral, but I don't know.
R.I.P. I don't know why. Also, we get to unbox stuff.
We got
to unbox.
We're happy to be here. Hello, everyone. Hi, my name is Christian Polanco.
That's right, it is, and I'm Alexis Guerrero.
All right, I'm glad he remembered that.
That part I got right up here. I think it's the part, man. The guy shaved in the part.
Okay, I think he gave you a buzz and a lobotomy.
Yeah, he took a piece out. Maybe my hair is my superpower. You know what I mean?
Sure. Okay. So
we are the funniest soccer podcast
and television show out here. And we're happy to be on. It's not only the funniest soccer show that you've ever watched. It's also what, Alexis?
I don't know. Is it maybe the gulliest? I'm pointing. They moved the shirt. Damn it! I should have looked back.
Is this an outtake episode? What is going on?
When you wonder how much preparation do they do beforehand, not much. It's not my fault. None of this is my fault. There was a gulliest shirt there at one point, was there not?
You think the viewers know that?
Thursday. Thursday.
Oh my goodness. What a start. Hello, everyone. Yes, a lot. I have to wipe the tears off my face. Because
those are not tears of joy, folks.
This person who I've chosen to form a partnership with is clearly falling apart in front of our eyes.
Nah, baby, I've never felt better. I'm telling you, it's the part.
So yes, a lot going on in soccer, but we have to first I gotta rock the hat that.
I mean, this is the official merch.
The official merch out here.
If you win MLS Cup and you don't get a merch that says you won MLS World Cup, I mean, did you actually win anything?
Exactly. So we got this in Seattle.
We only got one, so we're splitting custody of it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, you get to wear it a little bit. And then I get to wear it a little bit.
Okay, that's not how it works with kids. You know that, right?
No,
you don't wear the kid.
That's right. He soils himself at your place, and then he soils himself in my place.
But yes, this also we have to show some love to the people who show love to us.
That's right. Shouts to the fans.
That's right. And we got some podcast reviews that we always appreciate. So if you guys have the opportunity to leave a review, maybe some people can't watch the show, maybe they can't see it on YouTube, but maybe
you enjoy the television show anyway, just go subscribe to the podcast and leave a review.
Exactly. So we have a couple reviews that we wanted to read.
That's right. And these are, when we want to talk about like what people say, what's your show like? Oh, you guys have a show? What's it like? It's hard to really explain. But I think both of these reviews have done a wonderful job. First, this is just wonderful right here. This is my by GU Tuna.
Ooh.
I don't know what that G-Unit tuna? I don't know exactly what's happening here. Goo tuna?
Good. Okay.
I feel like he was starting off gully and was like, nah, I like tuna. You know what I mean? The first thing is think, ...
Ooh.
Which I'm always upset about when someone says that, because I'm like, generally it's not think, why would you do that? Like, that's usually what that follows that. But no, he put Jesus and Miro x Laurel and Hardy collaboration.
Okay, so this is, two
pillars of
pillars.
comedy. Also, wildly accurate.
Yes, we have the silliness of maybe a Laurel and Hardy,
Right.
and then maybe the gulliness,
Of a
Jesus
and Mero. That's right. The pratfalls of a Laurel and Hardy, the pointing at the wrong shirt of the Laurel and Hardy.
Yeah, you would think all of it was scripted, but
Nah, our writer ain't that good. He's right there. He's over there.
So thank you, GU Tuna.
Thank you, GU Tuna. But also, that's not the last one. Benjamin Beast 28.
Ooh.
He also left a review, which I love. By the way, both of these are 5 stars. We don't read it unless it's 5 stars. Don't you dare come at us with no 4 stars. We're going to hit mark as obscene or whatever, so it's out of there.
Yes.
The title is Worth a Listen. Thank you. Okay. Right? So you're actually helping people, decide to listen, which is always good. Possibly the best food podcast out there. Probably the only one that also happens to talk about soccer occasionally. Also wildly accurate.
Okay, this is very, very much. I mean, there's a reason pizza is in our logo.
That's right.
Soccer comes up from time to time, but
Every once in a while, we talk about the game of soccer.
yeah, but it's not the
Pizza's not a game.
Definitely not to Alexis.
Yeah,
no,
son, take that serious. My dude.
Yeah. Talk about any pizza that's not within, the 7 zip codes of the tri-state area, and Alexis will disparage your pizza and also where you're from and everything that makes you happy.
True, and you might get 2-footed. Okay, to bring it back to soccer. So thank you so much, GU Tuna
And Benjamin Beast. Shout out to you guys. So feel free, leave a review on iTunes, Apple Podcasts, whatever, wherever you listen.
That's right.
It would help very much. So
send an email to the head of the Fubo Sports Network, and you can leave a review that way as well.
okay, those go straight to the recycle bin. Nobody reads those. Trust me.
SPAM at Fubo.
Okay. So we did get a couple boxes, and one box and one envelope.
All right, I'm gonna let you open the envelope in case there's anthrax in that joint.
Sure, our fans love us. Thank you for this beautiful powder.
Yeah.
You got us. You got us real good.
Why is Christian going to the bathroom so much?
Okay, so let me open this.
you open that first?
Yeah, let me
I'll
get
wait.
this one first. All right, these are a couple stickers.
It's a very light box.
Oh,
I
okay.
was worried about this.
I know who this is from.
Well, you're not saying anything,
This
so we
is
don't.
from the Corner of the Galaxy guys.
Oh, shouts to Corner of the Galaxy.
Right here.
Let me see. This is
All
dope.
these Corner of the Galaxy is a LA Galaxy podcast. And look, this is a hammer with a Portuguese flag because
on it.
one of the guys, Eric, I believe his name is.
Yeah.
We met him in
Portuguese.
LA. We met him in LA. Okay. Yeah.
That's how you say it.
Oh,
Yeah. Shouts to
I just thought it was the brain injury again. My bad.
Nah, that is Portuguese.
It says, it says the Cooligans, Alexis and Christian. Pleasure to meet you guys and appreciate you taking the time to reply to my messages and chat it up for a bit. Bummed we couldn't chat it up some more, but it was kind of a cool flex to be thrown out in front of you. Okay, so
So we were in the LAFC section.
yes, he is an LA Galaxy fan.
And he's a very popular LA Galaxy fan, has a podcast and everything. And he just walked in to talk to us, and it was allowed for a few minutes.
It was allowed.
And then a couple drunk people showed up, and it was no longer allowed.
It was. We realized he had broken the rule.
Yeah.
No, but it's common. It's a derby. You can't.
I will say they were like, you got to go off the grass. So like he stood like a foot away from us. I mean,
hey, but those are the rules.
rules are rules.
You got to follow the rules.
No one splashed him with water though, Seattle. So be respectful.
And he says, I'm sure you guys get tons of stickers, but here's some more for the collection. All the best, Eric Vieira. Thank you so much, Eric.
Wow.
Appreciate it. Okay, and what are these? Oh,
Wow.
what is that noise, Alexis?
Talisman. Done hooked it up. All right, you get this one. This is
Yeah, I think it's pretty obvious.
the Bruised Banana hat.
That's right.
This is one of the most famous, you know this, right? One of the most famous Arsenal jerseys of all time.
Correct.
They're back with Adidas, so they re-released sort of like a Bruised Banana print for their current hat. But this joint, I mean, I got too much hair product on to put this on right now. But this is beautiful. Shout so much. Talisman, who made our hats.
Who made our hats? Yes. If
That's
you
right.
want to get one of our hats, you can get them on the Valley Apparel store.
Yeah, that hat is so big on you.
It's I have to snap it.
You look like an extra in a Fabulous video.
Really? I feel like I just look like Fabulous.
That's a good one. You look like his cousin.
I gotta just chip my tooth and I'll be all set. Talisman, thank you so much. Yes, Talisman, they make amazing gear and caps
Support
and stuff like
local.
that. Thank you so much. Yeah, we did a live show with them
at the
Talisman store in St. Paul, Minnesota.
With a player that is not protected in the expansion draft.
Yes.
That will be happening later tonight. So you guys are watching this, I guess, during? Right?
You're watching this after the
so you know what
expansion
happened.
draft
We
happened,
don't.
so we don't know exactly what happened. But hopefully Miguel
I don't know who's
Ibarra
going to Miami.
or Nashville.
Yeah.
But hopefully Miguel Ibarra. Hopefully, I think a lot of Minnesota fans would like him to stay.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. He's a big.
You're really going out on a limb there.
Yeah, I feel like one or two people are like.
Well, you want the guy we interviewed and filled out a store? One of the most popular players in Minnesota history. You think they want him to stay?
Okay, so thank you so much for that, Talisman.
Shouts to you. Shouts to you, Talisman. Shouts to us.
So, okay.
Shouts to us forever, yo. Yeah.
Okay, that's right.
We got free stuff. Shouts to us.
Okay.
And you know why we get free stuff? Because we're the gulliest.
All right, there's a bunch of news that we're going to talk about today, so stick with us. We'll be back after this.
Yeah, baby, we're back.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Was that okay, Christian?
I'll allow it this one time. We have to talk about Thierry Henry.
Yeah.
Because he is coming back to Major League Soccer.
The ledge.
The ledge. Yes, the New York Red Bull legend.
Well, that's what you think about.
Nobody knows him from anything else.
Never played for Barcelona.
Barca who?
What part of Jersey is that?
So, but yeah, this is incredible news, right? Thierry Henry, absolute French legend, Arsenal legend.
Yeah.
But yes, played in MLS for a few years. Never on turf. That was always
Refused it?
refused it. Not his thing.
Not my style. Not good for the hammies.
So, but he's going to be coaching the Montreal Impact.
That's right.
The Montreal Impact. They had it. I guess basically like an interim coach, which I didn't realize it was going to be an interim coach.
It wasn't Pareja. What was his name?
Wilmer Cabrera.
Wilmer Cabrera. He, I thought it seemed like he was going to be. They said it was interim, but I assumed that was because they hadn't negotiated a contract.
Yeah.
And it looks like the reason they didn't is because they're like, nah, man, you out.
But it's weird.
I have a feeling that they were trying to get him to be the head coach. Like they were figuring out the contract, but they were like, Thierry Henry called. You good?
But from everything I heard, it was basically like Thierry Henry was just like, "Yo,
Yeah.
I'm busy the next 8 months."
Right, like
what's good?
like those movies where they're like the mediocre guy and the mediocre girl. Like, yo, if nobody asks us to prom, we'll go. But then the guy gets a phone call from the hot girl the day before. He's like, "Yo, girl, you going alone? I'm going. I'm good."
Okay, yeah.
TT wants to go to the prom.
It's like a pact. They made a
Yeah,
pact, but yes. Okay, it's very strange. Mediocre girl and mediocre guy. It's just a strange way to frame
A team that didn't do so well and a coach who had gotten fired midway through the season.
No.
I actually think I hit the nail on the head.
I think you wanted to say like ugly girl and ugly guy.
No, I didn't.
I
That's
think
what
you
I
wanted
said.
to be meaner. That's what I'm basically
Of
saying.
course, I was trying to be nicer.
So,
Thank you for exposing me, Christian.
you're a big Arsenal fan.
Huge.
Wow.
I filmed Thierry Henry for like an entire day when he came back to the Red Bulls after doing the loan. Remember where he scored against Leeds? I don't know if you were watching, and he was like, banging his the Arsenal badge over his chest, like running around going crazy. I mean, just to be able to spend time with him and talk to him. The guy's like the sweetest dude in the world. But it's like sort of, when they're like, yo, don't meet your heroes. You know what I mean? Like all the fans who've met me, you know what I mean? Right?
Sure, yeah.
They're thinking like, yeah, that was a bad idea. You know what I mean? Turns out there's not much of a gap between the real him and
I've
him
made
on the
such a
show.
huge mistake.
Why have I listened to this dude for so long? When I met him, I'm like, yo, it just sort of solidifies what you had hoped, how you hoped someone would be that you sort of adore from afar. You know what I mean?
He does seem, from all accounts, as far as like fans meeting him, and he's a hero to a lot of people.
Right.
People speak very, very positive of him.
Unless you played for Monaco.
Unless you worked with him in any capacity.
yeah.
Then it's usually like that he seems to be a bit of, I don't want to say stubborn, but to be that kind of a player, to be that kind of a person and figure, you sort of have to be like, like, yo, this is how I do things.
It's like, you want to know how I made it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's always going to be that. Like, there was the famous thing with the chair where they were getting up from the press conference and the player didn't push the chair back in, and he didn't say anything. He just stood there and pointed at the chair and was like, hey.
Hey, yeah.
Hey. But I'm like, also, when I saw that, I was like, hey. Push the chair.
Also, that guy was suspended for 3 years.
Yeah.
That's how he
was forced to clean a Cuban household. That's the punishment. Yeah, we play salsa music while you're cleaning. Stop dancing.
Zach, you're not supposed to enjoy this.
This is punishment.
But no, it does seem like, from everything I've heard, especially if anybody have seen or read anything about his time at Monaco, it was really bad. It was his first coaching job.
Right.
And it couldn't have gone worse.
No. But, you know, everyone gets a second chance, and we're better than MLS.
Hey.
Major League second chance.
Okay. This is basically the halfway house of soccer.
Let us be your rebound girl, dog.
Let us be the mediocre rebound girl.
Yeah. So kiss me. Whatever that song is they play in all those movies.
Hey, we don't got the right. Stop it. We don't got to stop.
8 seconds is all we're allowed, right?
Fubo, the lawyers are getting. They're going.
Everybody was wild stressed that I knew more lyrics than that.
I'm impressed it wasn't some trap song.
No, that's a Young Thug remix.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
No doubt. But I'm excited to see him play, see him coach it in MLS, to see how he's going to sort of handle in Montreal. Obviously, makes sense. The guy speaks French.
Yeah.
They speak a lot of French up there.
Done.
All right. It seems like a good marriage.
Je suis hired.
All right. Print the T-shirts.
But the truth is that even the team announced that, like, yo, he called us, so we hired him. It was like legitimately.
Yeah. It seems like
they didn't interview anybody else. They admitted that.
Yeah.
They admitted that they interviewed nobody else. They were like, who cares? They're on recall.
They were like, this is the U.S. men's national team style of coach hiring.
Yeah. No, they didn't wait a year and a half. They just went ahead and hired him. But you know, the owner of the team was like, yo, FaceTime, let me know it's real.
I need to look in your eyes.
Oh my God, at him.
I hope it works out, because Montreal have been very much underachieving the last couple of years under Remy Gard. Who was it? I can't even remember the coach before Remy Gard. Why can't I remember him?
Didier Drogba.
No, it was a guy.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember he had nice hair.
Yeah. He was the one that was a legend with the club.
Yeah, and he's been they've just
no, Manotas is a
player.
That's
no, Wilmer Cabrera is the.
We're talking to our producer, by the way. We're not just randomly yelling names.
Imagine this show was just us talking to the producer all day.
Also, nobody noticed that with the way we normally do the show, nobody noticed we were just spouting out stuff randomly. Nobody knows. We explained that for no reason. People are like, yeah, no, now they're talking about something else.
Oh,
this is normal. The ADD podcast, also known as the Cooligans.
But, yeah, like I said, they've been underachieving the last couple of years. Always, they make it to the playoffs if they're lucky, but always in like the last position or whatever. But
we were there for the game against Toronto.
Yeah.
When they honored Didier Drogba with that Walmart painting. Remember that thing?
I don't remember what it looked like.
Remember, it was like a frame of like a drawing, like, oh, one of the oldest kids drew this. Yeah. But it was very nice. I couldn't see from how far we were. But the energy was like amazing. They filled out the Stadio Olympic, which was like what 40, 50K, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
I mean, this is insane. Clearly, there's a desire for the team to do well.
Yeah.
Hopefully Thierry Henry's that guy to do it. We want to go up there and interview him.
Yeah, that'd be lovely.
Yo, let's go to Montreal, dog. Who could set that up? Set that up for us.
Who are you pointing at?
No, we're talking to the fans. We're not talking to the producer right now. We're talking to the fans.
You know what? I'm talking to the producer.
Yeah,
Yo, set that up for us, dog.
Yo, producer, set that up, dog.
One day we'll learn your name, producer.
Yeah. Yo, we want to talk to Thierry Henry. Tell him to FaceTime so we know it's real.
All right, we'll be right back. All right, welcome back. So we have some more news to talk about. Some people got arrived to MLS, but some people are leaving.
Some people are gone. Well, they already conquered it, quote unquote.
Exactly. Yeah. So they're done. They're like, I got my passport stamped. I'm done with this place.
We good.
No, Zlatan Ibrahimovic announces that he is leaving the LA Galaxy. We don't know where his next destination is.
We also don't care.
Do it.
You're gone.
Once you leave me, I don't care who your next man is.
You're dead to me.
No, but this is so Zlatan Ibrahimovic spends basically a year and a half in MLS after coming back from an injury that he suffered while he was playing with Manchester United.
That's right.
But lit up the league, right? We have to give credit where credit is
lit
due.
up the regular season.
Okay.
Everybody slow down just a little. He lit up the regular season, postseason. He took a little bit of a nap. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, you can't blame him particularly for LA Galaxy's defensive struggles.
Oh, did they change the players in the postseason? Is that what they did? They swapped out the players? Is that what they did? Different team?
Yeah.
Maybe they played different competition than they played during the regular season.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
No, I don't think either of those things are true.
Sure.
I think maybe he just wasn't. I don't know. Maybe he just couldn't step it up in a big game.
Oh,
you know what
okay.
I mean?
Wow. Okay.
Maybe that's it.
I wonder if Sebastian Salazar had said that too.
Get lost.
What would have happened? It wouldn't get lost, but I think Zlatan would have physically picked him up and threw him out of the stadium.
Also, Zlatan's a black belt, so if he was here, I would be not talking this spicy. I'd be like, "Sir, I mean, do you need anything? Can I get you a coffee?"
He's look clearly a divisive figure for any league he plays in and whatever team he plays for. But as far as the impact that he's left on MLS, his first goal for the LA Galaxy was one of the biggest goals you'll ever see in soccer history.
It was the greatest entrance to a game
Yeah.
in the history of MLS, I think.
Okay, that's fair.
I don't think anyone has ever sort of made that big of a splash.
Okay, and is there any? I'm a little bothered that he's leaving this soon. I think one more year would have.
He's 38 years old.
And he's nearly getting 30 goals each season.
Yeah, no, I mean, he's playing fine, but it's like, why do we keep needing these old dudes? You know what I mean?
It has nothing to do with his age. It's who he is as a person. He is a unique figure. He is Beckham levels fame.
No, he's not Beckham level. He's.
You don't think he's Beckham level?
They're on the same. Look, they're in the same aisle. In the is it called an aisle in a library?
I thought you were going to say supermarket because you're much more familiar with that.
That's where the term aisle popped up in my brain.
Yeah, aisles can be in libraries as well.
look,
I know you've never been to one.
I know, I've heard of them. They say you have to be quiet in them, so I think you know why I'm not going in them. They're not even on the same shelf. You know what I mean? They're not even in the same Dewey Decimal System drawer. Yeah, I didn't know I knew that. I'll get in his like. I didn't know I knew that.
Okay, I disagree. I think they're both in each era. I think they're equivalent.
We got something out of it, right? We got the video of him grabbing his crotch. We got a couple million views
we
on it.
got what we needed.
So get out the lead. Contract was successful.
All right, we got the video. We uploaded it straight to Pornhub. We're good to go.
We're done, baby.
We're done here.
Too much sauce.
I didn't want to title it that, but he really did. He said it would get more hits.
Yeah, and boy did it. Personally, he did what he came here to do, right? He 2 or 3 highlights, and now he's gone.
Okay, if that's enough to call it an MLS career, I think he could have. I think it would have been pretty monumental if he would have won an MLS Cup.
He won one
playoff. He won one playoff game.
No trophies.
No trophies.
The entire time he was here.
0 trophies.
3. He's able to win 3 a year.
Okay.
He's able to win 3 a year, and he won 0. It's the first time he hasn't won a trophy with the new club.
Yeah, I'm sure he's disappointed. So I don't know why he's leaving. I think he did not get the job done. I think for his own ego, he probably would have wanted to win. And it's just the outgoing message, which the social media tweet that he put. Social media. I don't know why I keep saying that social media tweet, but that makes no sense. Yeah. It's wildly redundant.
Tell us more, Grandpa. Yeah, you heard about the neighbor? He's got the cancer. I read it in one of those social media tweets.
He conquered and basically ended it saying like, now go back to watch baseball.
Yeah.
All right. It doesn't need to be that condescending, even though we know he is.
Also, I thought that was a shot at NYCFC. Yo, why you got to do that, dog?
Because he's basically saying like, now the spotlight is gone from MLS.
Right. Like soccer's no longer important.
Yeah.
Yada yada yada.
So that part is.
It was. I mean, he also did it
heel
during the World Series, though.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
I mean,
So the other thing we wanted to talk about real quick, also news that just popped up on our screens a moment ago.
Unai Emery's gonna get fired soon because Pochettino's been sacked, baby.
Mauricio Pochettino, manager for Tottenham, has been let go, has been relieved of his duties during the international break.
Wow, wild disrespectful.
I know, just let him come into work at least.
I know, my man.
Tell him to his face.
So now he has to show up and then pack up all his stuff? As opposed to hit him right after lunch? Let my man get his lunch.
Are you surprised by this move from Tottenham?
They hadn't signed anyone for 2 years.
Sure.
It's not his fault. He's kept that team together. He kept them in the he went to the Champions League final last year.
Yeah, this seems like a very strange move.
It's dumb. It's dumb, but it's also Tottenham, right? So like you would expect Tottenham and dumb to sort of merge at some point. And they've been going too smart for too long.
Okay.
So here's what I say. Unai Emery, you gone, right? Because, United's going to fire Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, whatever his last name is.
Sure, I'm sure he appreciates that, yeah.
Ole Gunnar Schrumpshire, whatever my dude's name is, right? Dude.
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
I know Solskjaer. Let me have the joke. So he's going to get...
saying people's names wrong is not a joke.
Hilarious.
I don't know what exactly.
It's also the game. But, let him, right? My man's going to get fired, and they're going to try to get Pochettino because they said they want a Pochettino anyway, right?
Okay.
Real Madrid said they want a Pochettino. My man's free right now.
Okay.
Arsenal. Let's go.
You think...
Can I fire Unai Emery myself?
But you don't want Pochettino to go to Arsenal.
Yes.
Oh, you do?
Oh, no, 100%. He's an incredible manager. And also, what would upset Tottenham fans more than him going to Arsenal and, I don't know, winning something maybe? Hopefully. It's still Arsenal these days. So you never know. I think it's a big moment for Arsenal right here. We get to see what this sort of front office is made out of.
I think a lot of Arsenal fans would be, wouldn't they be upset by getting the former Tottenham? No, they wouldn't. I don't know.
Hilarious.
Okay, I don't know the exact culture of Arsenal. It seems like they would dislike Tottenham things, but this...
we got Sol Campbell, who was a Tottenham defender. Tim Sherwood, who was their manager, had an Arsenal tattoo on his arm. We love it. Harry Kane was developed by us. Bruh, you need us. Where would you be without us? Now we want your good stuff.
Okay. Yeah. No, you heard it here first. All right, we'll be back with more after this.
Yeah, we're back, baby. So, obviously, the World Cup in 2022 is going to be happening in Qatar. The rumor was that it was going to be played in the winter. Turns out that rumor's correct. Because if not, it's like 127 degrees.
Sure. Perfectly good
great time.
Footy weather.
Yeah. RIP to all the UK fans that go out there. In that weather, you're going to combust. But it turns out that the schedule has been announced. Okay?
Yeah.
And it is so truncated. Oh, there's a word you didn't think I knew. It's so truncated that this is now the shortest.
We should have somebody behind the chair to pat Alexis on the back whenever.
Oh, I'd love that. Oh, can we make it like an older man who looks like he would be my father? That'd be great. That'd be nice. Just to have video evidence.
Add it to the budget.
Yeah.
Older man who looks like he might be Alexis's father.
Also, find my dad, producer.
Yo, this producer really dropping the ball.
No,
not getting us Thierry Henry, not getting us your biological father.
Right? What's the deal? You act like none of this is in your job description.
You knew what this was when you took the job.
You hired us.
Okay, yes, the World Cup 2022. Finally, the schedule is out, and people.
That's right. It's mad short. That's the title.
Yes.
Print it.
Because so we realize it's going to be from November 21st to December 18th, which is a fairly, 28 days.
28 days.
To have a World Cup, which is will be a little bit challenging, obviously, with 32 teams.
Also in the middle of most seasons outside of MLS.
Yeah.
And, this is also going to eat in a Champions League. They had to do it this quickly so that they could finish before Boxing Day, which is like a big tradition in England.
Yep.
Where they all put on gloves and go outside and fight each other.
Sure.
Everybody knows it. It's a great tradition.
But that's before every game.
Yeah. Also also after.
Okay, that's called the Millwall match.
Oh yeah, that's how they start the boxing. But like, you know, to me, it just seems like it's been proven that this was gotten by corrupt means, right? Yeah. Which again, I appreciate. Born and raised in Newark, I respect it. But it was been proven, right? People are dying. They're keeping the passports of like the people that are building.
Are you gonna keep saying I prove it after every one of the
those two? I don't approve. Those two I don't approve.
Newark,
bribery. You know? I kind of get. You know what I mean? It just seems easier if I give you an envelope. It does. It does seem easier. But all this other stuff, and instead of losing it, they're going to completely change everything just to give them this World Cup. And now it's ruining everything else, except if you play for MLS.
Sure.
Because now it's kind of perfect.
It's like you win MLS Cup, and then now you're playing for the World Cup a couple days later.
I said we don't even send them as national team. We just send the World Cup winner. I mean, the MLS Cup winner. You know what I mean?
The MLS World Cup winner.
Ah.
Okay, we got it's right here.
Yeah,
right?
we ready for 2022, my guy.
So I think when Qatar was announced the winner, at first you're like, all right, well, this is crazy. You can't play this in the summer. And then
also, they have no stadiums.
Yeah, they have no
stadiums. They didn't have stadiums.
But they have plenty of slaves to build them. So that's really. I'm like, I wish that was a joke.
Turns out, facts. It's uncomfortable.
Very much so.
Yeah, nobody wants to hear him say it. Nobody wants to say it.
But when you first heard that, you're like, all right, whatever, FIFA corruption.
Right.
We got to deal with this nonsense. And then they're like, all right, we're gonna move it to the winter to accommodate. And then it's like, and then in theory, it sounds like, okay, we'll just move it to the winter.
Yeah.
And everything will be fine.
Not gonna mess everything else up.
And you realize how furious, really, mainly UEFA is, because they're the biggest confederation,
right,
as far as when it comes to popularity.
And you would assume they have some sway.
And they have how sway?
Yeah, hey, it turns out you ain't got the answer, sway.
How? Because UEFA is furious because this affects every, and you realize when so the article that was written on SB Nation on Cartilage Free Captain, which is a Tottenham Hotspur, coincidentally, SB Nation blog. But you realize, like, when you look at it in detail, it's like the players will basically have the training before the actual World Cup. They will only have about like a week or two to play with their teammates to really prepare for the most important tournament that soccer has to offer.
That's right.
And then when they're done, whoever wins the World Cup is playing Boxing Day matches in like 3-4 days.
Yeah, you don't celebrate too hard, boys.
Okay.
You got a game coming up.
Okay.
It seems like a royal mistake. Also, it's going to be hard to watch a lot of the matches because they're all going to be happening concurrently for the group stages to try to get it all done quickly.
Yeah, and
there's going to be a lot of injuries.
And there's going to be injuries. You have to assume that the quality of the World Cup will go down,
or maybe most countries won't be prepared for it, except one, the United States of America.
If they get in.
I missed that one more.
There's one little hurdle there because they got to defeat Cuba first.
that powerhouse. Cuba, do exactly what you did in the first match. Just step aside.
Let Weston McKennie get 3 hat tricks in 14 minutes. But no, this is. I'm curious how. I don't know exactly how to feel about this World Cup, given. I
think you know exactly how to feel
tainted.
About it. Yeah,
it is without a doubt tainted.
The entire summer is going to be empty when we could have played that anywhere else.
Yeah.
With all the time in the world.
All right, FIFA. All right,
good job. I hope the corruption, I hope the bribery you got was big enough, honestly. And I mean that. I'm not being condescending. I hope it was good. Not just a couple Rolexes. I hope you got yourself a Wraith. And you're sitting inside your car and you're looking at the stars.
You
you're
know
like,
what?
Who cares what those poor people think about the little tournament? I hope that's what's happening.
Just lean into the corruption.
I hope when the rest of us weren't getting Popeye's chicken sandwiches, you had a phone number you could call. That you could get it whenever you wanted. I really do. I mean that. I'm not being disrespectful at all. I hope you got whatever you wanted, because this seems like it's not worth it.
All right, we'll be back with more. All right, so welcome back. there's more news about American soccer players, which we're always excited to hear. Whenever it's a player's linked to a European club, it feels very like
We're like,
ooh, okay, what's going on here? I'm not used to this.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Well, you got a passport from America? Impressive. But no, Gianluca Busio, Sporting Kansas City midfielder.
What a great name.
Yeah.
Gianluca Busio.
Okay.
Lil Busio. Wipe me down.
We guys should be careful because he's 16 years old, Alexis. I don't know what jokes you're making.
Wipe me down is not what you think it is. Shoulders, chest, hands, shoes.
Gianluca Busio, 16 years old, midfielder of Sporting Kansas City, been linked to a couple European clubs. One, Manchester United, Inter, and then apparently there's a real offer from Fiorentina.
Fiorentina.
So this was the rumor that they were asking for.
The rumor is 3 to 4 million is the offer they made.
Yeah.
And Sporting Kansas City was like, yo, out of here. 10 million.
10 million. No, not a dime less.
Yeah. I checked the Carfax and it's clean.
Okay. I kicked on the tires.
Yeah.
It's still good.
We good. 10 million. No, but it's a sentimental value is the reason. Look, clearly a lot of money. Somebody did the research of, because we didn't, of all the $10 million players. It's Fati at Barcelona, which is one of the biggest players, one of the biggest youth players. Camavinga at Stade Rennais, who already is being linked with a bunch of major clubs. Renier at Flamengo, who I don't know, and Hatteren at PSV, which I can't even pronounce. Right?
Okay.
What happened in Scandinavia, they were like, yo, just throw extra consonants in there. That's our language. Put 2 dots on top of something, right? But I know Fati and Camavinga. Those are 2 major. Like, they're like, people are talking about Fati like they were talking about Mbappe 2 years ago. You know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah. And
I love American soccer players, right? And I want all of them to make all the money in the world. Ain't nobody talking about Gianluca Busio like he's Mbappe, but he's got a lot of skill.
This is what happens: is that all that Gianluca Busio needs to do is put an M in front of his surname, and just Busio, and all of a sudden, 10 million is not too much to ask.
Yo, Nike, sign them. But I think what's happening is like, yo, American players they're like constantly like we have to give a discount because we're American, right?
Oh, sure.
Like people don't want to spend. Which you say 3 to 4. Like, the respectful thing is be like, yo, 6. Not like I'll give you $5 for that. I'll give it to you for $150. You know, I'm like, what?
Yeah,
it's too much.
You ain't haggling the way I want to haggle.
I feel like your negotiation skills are a bit off right now.
No, it's I think we're not used to hearing about American players. I mean, $3-4 million for Gianluca Busio from a Serie A club that's good money.
That's good money.
For an MLS team, yo, take that.
Yo, call us. We'll make the deal.
We'll handle that because
And Gianluca Busio's waiting at the airport. He got his bags like, did they do it? Did they say yes?
So
can we pay the $10 million?
I don't know.
I don't know why players don't do that. Just take it out of your contract. The $10 million.
Take $10 million out of your contract.
Make the deal yourself. By yourself.
Okay, this is why Alexis does not work for FIFA.
Actually, with what I just said, I might be made like an executive at FIFA.
No, I think this it's one of those things like, look, I don't know the reason to not take this offer, right?
Because they want to keep their youth player around, or they think a better offer is coming. That's the only 2 reasons.
Okay,
but for the kid's sake, he's going to develop faster at Fiorentina than he would at Sporting Kansas City.
Sure, but you can. This happens all the time with MLS clubs. I don't know if it's partially they probably keep players a little too long. FC Dallas has this problem a little bit. Too,
I agree with you.
Where people are like, Paxton Pomykal re-signed for FC Dallas, and they're like, oh, should he have stayed with the club, or should have left sooner, stuff like that. But it's like this weird balance of like, I want to help my team, do better in the standings, maybe win an MLS Cup, and also make a ton of damn money if we raise the value of the player.
And also, how's the league going to get better if you constantly just sell your best players? Gianluca Busio is a future superstar, whether it's in this league or any other league. So I completely agree with the idea of you want to hold on to your players, but to some degree, it's like you also don't want to stunt his development, right?
Yeah.
And maybe also it's not a great idea to go to Italy if you're a black player right now. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah, this is
it ain't the most comfortable welcome you're going to receive. You know?
Yeah, depending on certain stadiums that you
like
visit.
all of them. Every single one of them.
It's the away fans, it's the home fans. I don't know what's going
it's the front
on.
office.
A little bit of respect.
Dad, you too? He's like, I'm sorry, man. I was just getting into it. You know what I mean? Everyone seems so happy to be disrespected.
You could understand maybe rejecting the offer to Fiorentina or maybe to go to Italy in general.
Fiorentina owned by an American. You know what I mean? So like maybe there's an easier way to get into the league that way, right? An American.
Sure.
Constantly looking at American
But
players.
I think this is a good sign of like when we after Gianluca Busio was playing in the U18s World Cup, I believe, recently. But when you see this, you can have a pretty good tournament. And your life can change. I mean, this is like, you don't have to be a 22, 23-year-old player to get that huge opportunity, especially as an American. It might be happening a lot sooner if you just really play well, make it into we talk about at the youth levels, like, and creating a pipeline to get great players.
Right.
But this is it. Like, if players have a good showing in a big tournament and people are clearly watching.
That's right. Don't pass, kids. Score if you're playing in the league. Keep the ball for yourself.
Hey, the results don't matter.
You
all right?
can't all share a contract. You want the house? Yo, you gotta put it all on the line, kid.
You want to buy your mama a house?
Yeah.
You better really make that effort.
You want to move out of your mama's house and buy her a house. That's how you do it. You keep the ball. You run all the way up. You score. What's up, Papa?
We'll be back. We'll be back.
Yeah, baby, we're back.
Okay.
All right. Look, we talked a little bit about men's national team, right? We talked about some players from the men's national team. The ladies, the women's national team, they're still in court, right? They're still battling.
They're still battling. We're not in court. The trial starts, I believe, in March or something.
The lawyers are dealing with all this, right? And everyone thinks it's all right. Everyone thinks it's all fine. I don't even know what I said that was funny there. To be completely honest.
This is Alexis' description of the legal system. I just, don't get involved. I hope you have no legal issues ever.
I want you to know there was a period in my life where I was going to be a lawyer. And we all know it would have been mafia lawyer.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not, for Alexis,
nothing legal would have happened.
Lawyering is just slamming a table and screaming at the jury.
I object. She objects. Gulliest. First of all, me in law school is just me figuring out the loopholes. That's all it would have been.
Okay. Yes. The U.S. women's national team.
Right.
Ashlyn Harris has been very vocal, making more comments. It was reported.
Hold on. She is the hero they need. Ashlyn Harris,
okay?
Because she's the one who puts herself out online. Like, Megan Rapinoe clearly seems like sort of the captain of this portion of it, right?
Sure.
She's out in front. She's shaking hands.
Ashlyn Harris is like an admiral.
Yeah, no, she's like angry Obama. Remember that character? Megan Rapinoe's like, I wish we had more support. She's like, where you at?
That's it. Yeah, very much.
Pretty much what's happening here.
And I think there was an article about it on Yahoo Sports, and really the main thing, the highlight, and to quote that she says, like, the effing thing that's missing is that the U.S. men's national team is not showing public support for their fight for equal pay.
Right, and then someone brought up, like, well, didn't they put out the letter? And she's like, yeah, I don't know who wrote that. But they didn't come out and say it recently, and I'm like, yo.
Well, in general,
she's just like, you know what I mean?
The men's national team handles themselves a little bit more like
robotic,
a little more cautious.
Right.
Like we have to control.
Let's take it slow.
The message all the time. The women's national team is just out here. Yeah. Yo, where's my money?
Say it to my face.
But you love it.
You think we won't run up in your house? You think we won't? I don't care about your dog.
And so you love to see it.
I love it. This is what we want. We want more fire.
So you wonder why there can't be at least some sort of compromise where maybe the men could bring it up a little bit.
I feel like Michael Bradley will eventually say something, but Ashley Harris' hand gonna be on the back of his neck while he's in front of a microphone guy.
Yo, Michael Bradley, hold my pocket.
Yo, I bought you for $200,000 in TAM and 3 cigarette cartons.
Oh man, that was just the funniest image ever.
Photoshop, yo, producer, Photoshop.
Yo, you know you got the skill to do it.
Hire somebody.
So it's interesting because again, the leading up to this trial, most of the time during any court case or any upcoming litigation, everybody's like, we can't talk about anything because there's an upcoming litigation.
Like, I must have not heard all that because I'm out here flaming everybody. But also, like, you've said this about me, like, I don't ask people to do something. I, like, guilt them for not doing it.
Sure.
Me and Ashley must be cut from the same cord, okay? Because as soon as I heard this, I was like, yeah, where you at, man? See? Speak on it. You know?
So it's interesting. Look, I like seeing this stuff because this is how you move sort of the needle forward.
Yeah, this is how shit gets done in Newark, okay? You don't ask someone, yo, could you please speak on my behalf? You say like, yo, why ain't you already spoken on my behalf? It's a slight difference in semantics.
Sure, yeah. The tone just tends to be.
I feel like you have to listen closely to understand the difference, but it's there.
The demeanor is a little different.
Yeah.
Okay, so you gotta appreciate her. Hopefully, again, this pushes U.S. soccer to like. Oh, I mean, really, she's trying to push them forward to like in the court of public opinion, right? Because it's like this is a move.
They're winning by a landslide in the court of public opinion.
Yeah. So hopefully it works out. All right, cool. So we'll be back with more after this, guys.
Thank you so much. Oh, this has been amazing, hasn't it?
This has been so fun, Alexis.
Yeah. We started out high and we ended high. No mistakes were made today.
Just another flawless show in the books.
This is what you came to see, folks.
Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate it very, very much. Make sure you tune in on Thursday because we're going to be joined by Derek Etienne Jr.
That's right.
Haitian national team.
Silk City.
Okay.
National team player for Patterson, New Jersey.
That's right. The country of Patterson.
That's right. Zip code 1738.
Yes, played at FC Cincinnati, New York Red Bulls. Just a great dude. We're happy to have him on the show. So, yes, and make sure you follow us at Soccer Cooligans on all social media. Make sure you follow at Fubo Sports because
leave us a 5-star review as well
on our podcast. That'd be great.
Leave it on Yelp. Who cares? And also, hey, join Gully Squad.
That'd be very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have pins.
Ooh.
Oh, which I should. I'll put it on camera on the Thursday episode.
That's right.
But we have pins.
Now you have a reason to watch Thursday because we're gonna show you a pin.
Cooligans pin that we're really excited about. That we're giving to all our Gully Squad members.
I can hear the streets just shaking.
SoccerCooligans.com and click join Gully Squad. So yes, and make sure you subscribe to the Fubo Sports YouTube channel so you can watch our episodes.
That's right.
As well. So with that said, my name is Cristian Polanco.
That's right. My name is Alexis Guerreros.
And together, what are we?
Los Cooligans!